Hey guys, long time no see. I'm back though, and today we're having a little cheeky peek at the Orbit V7 playing cards by Orbit Brand and the rest of the Orbit crew. So this is a bit of an 80s themed deck, and if you stick around to the end, I'm going to be teaching you a little aerial. It's like a bit of a bullet flick over thing. I'll show you what it looks like in a second, but let's just get into the review first. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with the box, and as all Orbit boxes, they look great. So we got the front, which is kind of a bit of a pink theme. You got the circle there. On this side, you've got the distribution notices and all that jazz. The other side, you've got 7th edition. On the back, you've got the Orbit logo, but there's like a rainbow and a car instead of the normal rocket ship you'd see. And on the back, you've kind of just got the back design there as well. It actually comes with the seal, unlike most decks these days. So you got a custom Orbit seal with the pink circle thing, and on top you got the 23, which you can read all about on his website. On the inside of the box, you're actually going to get some more stuff. So here you've got, if you can see that on camera, so it says persist and endure, and you've also got the deeper you gaze into the cosmos, the harder it looks back. And on the inside, it's actually quite different. So you've got the two tabs. They come with some 3D glasses, and I think it might be the Hubble. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. And you've got hashtag the Orbit Deck at the Orbit Deck, which is the Instagram handle. But you've also got this amazing design here, which is this blue and things saying Orbit all around. They go through there, and at the bottom you've got We Are Orbit. Fun story with this design here. When Orbit saw this, he thought it was so good that they actually turned it into an entire separate deck. So there's a V7 Orbit Parallel Edition, which the back design features this bluish design there as well. Alright, well that's enough about the box. Let's jump into the cards. Alright, so here we got the back design. So if you can see that, it's got very 80s themed retro to it. So it's got the pink, which just I honestly really like. It's the same pink as the Fontaines, I think. The pink edition, and you got like a stars constellation thing around there, and you also got the mountains from the V5s, which are kind of inverted, as well as this pink line thing that somehow makes it look retro. And if you look closely, there's also a little blue to roll line that just goes around the entire deck, which just adds to the theme. I believe the V6's the one-way design actually comes from the borders. They've changed it for this one, so the borders are all even the whole way around, which is great because it means you can do fans properly again, and they can look quite nice. The fans look amazing, and the circular motion for anything like that, it just adds to the look. So moving into the faces of the deck, with this you're going to get two identical jokers as you would in most Orbit decks. They come with a little 23, and that's what the joker looks like. You're also going to get an Ace of Spades, which looks a bit like that. And the rest of the cards are slightly custom. So the colors are custom. As you can see, kind of a blue rather than a black. I'm not sure if that comes up on camera actually. But it's a dark blue. And the pips are an Arco, old version of an Arco deck. And it's kind of a bit thinner, I think, than the normal Orbit pips, which are also Arcos. And the courts are also going to be custom, so that's your courts. They kind of look a bit like this. I'm pretty sure some of them are real faces of people. And here's the reds. So the reds are pink, like the back design, same color as that. And they all look like that. And there's your royals, more of those. If you enjoy looking at those, there's the clubs, there's the hearts. And right at the back, you'll also notice that you're going to get a spare Ace of Spades, and you're also going to get a double backer, which I know a lot of people really appreciate those things. But the real question is, how do they handle? So let's get right into that. So for those who don't know, these are Orbit, so they're going to feel amazing. These are a crushed premium stock, and it's been printed on USPCC's web press, which, if you know, is the same one they're using for the new Jerry's Nuggets, which means they're going to feel really great. So straight out of the box, they're crushed, and they're really soft, really easy to use, but at the same time, they're not too soft. They still got that click to them. You can feel it. it still snaps off things really nicely. So yeah, it's really soft. You can do your dribbles. It fans well. Look at that. That's just, oh, that just makes you happy. You can do your little cuts with it if you're so inclined. They're just a really soft feeling deck. So if you felt other orbits before that aren't these ones, it's a similar feeling to that, if not better, to be honest. Oh hey, post-edit me, I forgot to say, this deck is traditionally cut, which means that it farrows from back to front, which, I don't know, some people like to know, and oh, that's crisp. Some people like to know that. And I also wanted to mention the one-way back design is in the deck. I don't really want to spoil it now, but if you want to find out, you could pick it up and find it for yourself. Just saying. This is actually, no bias, this is one of the best handling decks I've ever felt. It might be different for you. I really enjoy the stock with this. It's just soft. But for me, this feels really comfortable. It's not too tough in the hands, but it's not soft either. And I also really love the pink, which kind of just makes it even better. For those magicians out here, I'm a cardist personally, so this is perfect. But for those magicians, it's not too flashy of a design that would make people untrustworthy of it. And of course it comes with the double backer and the duplicate, which is perfect for those doing magic tricks and stuff like that. But yeah, for me as a cardist and for magicians and even for collectors who just want to get one, these are perfect. These are exactly what you want to get into your collection. And there's actually been 20,000 of them printed, which means that they're not going to be too expensive because they're not exactly rare, but they look amazing, they feel amazing, so why wouldn't you want some? So I think you can get them for about 20 bucks Australian, which is about, I don't know, $13, $15 American. Not too sure how the currency works, but they're cheap, easy to get. You can pick them up at 52-wonders.com, which is about there, somewhere on the screen right now probably. Go pick one up, they're really great. So what I'm going to be teaching you is, I think it's Bullet Catch by maybe, or Bullet Shot by I think Andre Gic. Alright, so the move is going to look something like this. You're going to take the card and you're going to be able to flick it to the other hand, and you can do whatever you want with that. You can backdrop it back. You can kind of do whatever you want. It's a pretty easy move and you can be creative with what you do with it. I've seen people do things where you can flick it like that into forward motion, so in throwing a card, or you can simply just flick it across to the other hand and then do a bullet and a flicker or whatever. Really, just do what you want with it. But I'm going to be teaching you the move in 1 second. What's going to happen, you're going to hold it in dealer's grip in your dominant hand, whichever one you use for that, so whatever you normally have dealer's grip in, and you're going to hold it there. You're not going to have your pinky on the bottom like this, because it's just not going to be comfortable. So you're going to have these fingers on this side there, thumb there, thing there. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your thumb, you're going to push that card up. So it shouldn't be too hard to do. It's not a hard move. You're going to, with your thumb, push up till about a few centimeters up from the bottom. And then the work's going to come from your pointer finger, which is going to take this card here, and it's going to flick it around there. So that might take a bit of practice, bit of knackered move, but it's really not too hard. It's not hard at all. And so where the flick's going to come from, you see how you got your middle finger here on the edge of the deck. This card is going to rotate around there. So if you can see that, it's going to rotate around this finger. And so your point is going to push, and it's going to rotate off that, sending that flying off there. And that's where the move comes from. So once again, you're going to take your thumb, you're going to push it up. Your point is going to come up to the back of this card, and you can use your thumb as leverage here, and you're just going to flick it around and then hold it against the back there. Then you're going to be able to rotate it with the middle finger and the pointer finger around there. You're just going to flick it off. And flicking it off is going to rotate around that, so it's going to fly off. Alright? So one more time, from the different angle, you're going to have your thumb's going to push up, your pointer is going to take the card, it's going to flick around, you're going to rotate off the middle finger there, it's going to rotate and it's going to fly off, and you can catch it in the other hand. If you're trying to do a flicker shot afterwards, it's nice if you catch it like this, with the card face up and your thumb underneath, because then you can turn it around and you can land like this, allowing you to flick it back comfortably. So that's pretty much the move. It's not too complicated, nothing too hard. It's pretty simple. Should be able to get the hang of it easy. Give it a practice. You can flick it. It's pretty comfortable. Yeah, enjoy the move. Have a good day, and I'll see you in a second. Just to wrap up a bit, so these are the V7 orbits. You can pick them up at 52-wonders.com for about 15 bucks, I think, US dollars. It's not too expensive. It's pretty cheap. They feel amazing. They look amazing, and go grab some because why not? They look great, and I like them, and they come with a double backer, and they come with a duplicate, which not every deck does, so why wouldn't you want that? Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you next time. Go get one of these. Orbit V7. 80s themed, pink. Who wouldn't want that? Have a good day. See you later.